Hey, what's up, everybody? Emerald Gamer here. I'm back from vacation. Sorry for the absence, everyone, although it was a short one. But Florida was great. Today is absolutely great. We woke up to some Sword and Shield news, and I am absolutely I'm pretty hyped about this, actually. Some people have been kind of saying that they're not super enthused by it, but whatever. I feel like they're definitely making strides to make up for those very strange decisions that they made early on that we're not going to discuss, because it's just an old topic at this point, and I'm kind of done complaining about it. I think everybody really should be, but whatever. I can't speak for everyone. But also, if you hear some noise in the background, the world is storming its ass off right now. So if I get hit by a tornado or something in the midst of me talking through this video, then you'll know I won't be. I don't know. You won't even hear this because I'll be dead. But anyway, well, let's get straight into it. It's honestly a really exciting one. I can't fucking speak apparently. But they opened up with this brand new title sequence with the floating metal Pokeballs everywhere and in the background, and they immediately jumped out the gate with Galarian forms. And honestly, I was a little upset at first until I saw Galarian wheezing, and then I thought to myself, wait a minute, they still care. Look at this man. He's literally like a gentleman and like a toxic like smokestack at the same time. Like a nuclear like smokestack from fucking Simpsons. And I absolutely love it. Like it's it's amazing. But typing is Poison Fairy, and his abilities are Levitate, go figure it's wheezing, and question mark. Why? I don't know why they're withholding information at this time when they're doing a reveal. I don't really like when it comes to this other ability. I don't know why it's so important to sort of block off, but who knows? It might be really cool, or it might be really ass. Who knows? Or it might even be something even crazier than that. Could be, I don't know, like a fucking random ability. You get a random one. That would be insane, but very not likely. Anyway, moving on. I was super excited about this one because I was really like, the reason why I was slightly upset was because I really was thinking that they were probably just going to stick to Gen 1 Pokemon again, like they did for the Alolan forms. And I was a little scared that they were gonna keep going with that trend, because there's not really like, I mean, yeah, they have basically 100 and some options, to figure it out which ones they want if they wanted to keep doing Gen 1 Mons, but they have moved on to Gen 3 for this one instance, for Zigzagoon. What a weird fucking choice. Like, I'm excited about it because I'm a Gen 3 guy, but like, that is such an obscure thing. Like, did they just make like a dartboard made out of every Pokemon ever, and someone landed on Zigzagoon? Like, that's what it felt like. But he looks cool. I like the black and white and like the little like fucking like kiss makeup on his eye, like the star. But Galarian, Zigzagoon, Dark Normal, much like how Rattata and Raticate were, even though they were Normal Dark or whatever. But abilities are Pickup and Gluttony. I don't think that has changed at all since. It might be a little different, but right now I'm blanking out on that. But I know he has Pickup originally anyway, so I don't think really much has changed. They have a new attack. Well, I guess not a new attack, but it was like they were just showing off like dark type moves. I don't know. I always thought that Zigzagoon and Linoone had like such a diverse move pool that it was kind of hard to believe that they were a normal type, because it felt like they could literally do everything. But and then they immediately show Alolan. I'm still in Alola right now apparently. Galarian Linoone looks really cool, about the same, same structure, same like design carried over, but he's got little tufts of fur on his feet, like on his two little feet in the front, and I don't know, it looks cool. He's still got Pickup and Gluttony. I don't. It just looks nice. Looks like a badger, like a crazed badger of some kind. And then there's this weird transformation, like, evolution. And I say transformation evolution because it's not like the other one that they showed off, where it was like, it turned into like there was a ball covering its appearance and then it bursted or whatever. This one, like, literally, like, morphed like a fluid, like a jello. Like, it was weird. It was like fucking Majin Buu shaping himself up again, is what it looked like. And then out comes a goddamn evolution for a pre-existing Pokemon. This is great. This is hype. This is what people wanted, I feel like, since Gen 4. Like, we've needed this. Like, Mega Evolutions don't count. We're not counting those because they're not permanent. This is what some Pokemon need. We look at the base stats of regular-ass Linoone, and the Galarian one is probably not going to be much different because the base stats between the regular and the regional variants tend to not really change that much, if not at all. Except for typing, and typing's the only thing that's different about him, and maybe an ability. But we got this, and it's going to add probably onto the base stats of regular Linoone, assuming they're the same. And that's amazing, because a lot of Pokemon still need this sort of boost to be even remotely looked at in a viable way, thus adding to the total pool of possible mons that could be used in a competition, or just overall just more fun to use because they're not weak. Which, you know, if you want to use a weak Pokemon, that's whatever. That's part of the that can be part of the challenge, or part of the challenge. But this is great. This man straight up just became like Metal Greymon in the middle of this game randomly, like somewhere you'll be like, oh yeah, that's right, Metal Digivolutions. Yes, that's correct. I remember that. But his name's Obstagoon, which I absolutely love his like artwork where he's like crossing his arms. Man's a thug. But he's got Reckless and Guts. We already know what both of those things do. Guts is a little bit better, I guess, but in certain circumstances you could make it work. But it seems like he's pretty good. The question we all had this morning when there was mass chaos in the streets, we were like, wait, but will regular Linoone evolve? The answer, unfortunately, is no, which is kind of dumb, yes, but I guess we'll have to live with it. So, on the website, they said that living in the unique environment of the Galar region, some regional forms have developed unique evolutions unseen in any other region. Obstagoon, which evolves from Galarian Linoone, is one example. AKA, so if you got regular Linoone way down the line in future generations, don't expect him to evolve. So he's considered... So, Linoone and Alolan. God damn it. It's just so much easier to say Alolan. Galarian and Linoone are two completely different Pokemon then, at this point. So, but their base stats may not change, and if they do, it'll only be slightly. Which I guess makes sense because they still share the same name. They just look different and they have a different type. So, with that being said, what else are we gonna get Galarian form that evolves per se? I was kind of hoping Weezing would after the fact, but they already passed through him, so he was kind of already kind of that. I mean, not every Galarian Pokemon has to evolve, I feel like, but I feel like it'd just be more interesting. But that's the gist on that, really. He's got a new move, which is called Obstruct, which through Obstruct is extremely though god damn it. Though Obstagoon is extremely combative, it seems that it doesn't often launch the first attack. This thing's probably slow. It will taunt an opponent, goading it into attacking. When it does, Obstagoon will cross its arms and meet the oncoming attack with its Obstruct move. So that's probably going to be like what I would assume is not how First Impression works, but a move that's kind of like First Impression, maybe. That Golisopod had in the previous generation, where it only probably works once, and it's like a pseudo counter, but it has I would assume it's a move that has a set damage value, and has just like a set amount of damage it can do, or power, or whatever you want to call it. Has priority, and it probably works like a counter. So if you're hit physically, or maybe even hit at all, like, who knows, and you use it once while you're out, and then it negates the attack that's incoming, and then you basically cancel their turn. That's really good. That is, like, super good. And it might, I don't know if it would be unique to him. I mean, it might be, but it does definitely seem like, I mean, it's literally in his name, but it does seem like it would possibly be a, like, I don't know. Like, it seems like it could possibly branch out to more dark types. It definitely does seem like a very dark type move, because considering they're all like fighting dirty moves, so for the most part. So that'll be interesting to see if anyone else gets that. Considering he looks a little bit beefy, at least somewhat. So it would be kind of neat to see. But yeah, that was probably the most exciting part of the whole review when it came to the Pokemon. But they did have even more. There's a form changing Pokemon, which is pretty cool. It is like the Pikachu of the region, basically, like the small, like, rodent one, and it's a hamster, and that's cool. But his name is Morpeko or Morpeko, probably Morpeko. But he's got two forms. There's full belly mode, and then there's hangry mode. And that man's angry. That man's furious. He is the incarnation of hangry. But so that's pretty cool. He's got a unique move called Aura Wheel, which changes. It's literally just changes from electric to dark. That's like his unique move, probably. But he looks pretty promising, honestly. Usually the small rodent Pokemon end up being either really, really good supports, or just good Pokemon to use in general, as it turns out. Like, I don't know, like, clearly I know why they do it. It's like the Pikachu of the region, so it's got to have at least some sort of value to it, otherwise there's no point. But it does seem really good. But we'll just have to see what it's looking like, just in terms of combat whenever the time comes. But then we got new rivals, I guess. Like, these are gonna be like, I don't really know what to think of them, because we got B-Day, I don't know. We got that person, and that was shown off. I don't know what relevance they'll have to the story whatsoever, considering there was not much context we got out of it. And then we got Marine, who really we didn't have much context for either until we saw the team and they showed these people, and I screamed internally like someone was going to, like, I don't know, someone's gonna kill me. It was a very horrifying sight. I'm scarred for life, and this is Team Yell, one of probably the worst names of anything I've ever seen in my life. This team is awful already. Like, I just look at this man. Look at this man in the front, right here. This dude's like 30, probably. He's got like the mouth wrinkles, so he's wasting his life away. They're obsessed with Marine, I guess. They're trying to draw Rule 34 of Marine, I guess. And that was really all we got out of it. And then the trailer ended, and I was scarred mentally for life. But that was really all we had for the day. Very interesting stuff, especially with the Obstagoon thing. Like I said, a little bit strange that that Linoone won't evolve to something equivalent, but like regular Linoone anyway. But I feel like it's gonna be interesting. I want to see what other kinds of Pokemon they're gonna throw into the ring that may or may not that may have an evolution, or maybe not. Like, you know, it doesn't really matter. But that's all the time that we got for today. I've talked for way too long,